Hey everybody, NecroVMX here. Welcome to POTATOCAST. That's right, I'm calling it POTATOCAST because why not? So I did a video last week where I talked about my back pain and sort of that chronic problem, and really just it was almost like a coming out of the closet as somebody with a medical problem. Not to compare it to people who have to come out of a closet as like gay or whatever. That's much more dramatic, but it did feel like that in a sort of way because it's something that in the 6 years since I've been on YouTube, I never really talked about it all that much. So I felt like almost like I was hiding something. So I felt that it was time to come clean about it because it had affected everything in my life. Now, I want to get one thing out of the way before I talk about anything else, is that I am feeling a lot better now than I was last week. I continue to take the medication. I'm off it now. I actually stopped it a little early because I wanted to sort of test and see how I would do. And I went to work, which I was last week. At work, I was on light duty throughout the whole week, which meant no transferring or dealing with wheelchairs or anything crazy like that. Next week, I'm back on regular duty, but the schedule looks like I'm at places where I'll be able to handle it pretty well. And everybody's been really supportive at work. And you guys, of course, have been really supportive, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. But I did want to say that I am feeling a lot better. I am not in a whole lot of pain right now. I'm at like the normal level. Actually, right now I'm so hopped up on coffee that I'm barely feeling anything. So I actually feel pretty good right now. I hope that lasts. There was a little bit of achiness as I woke up today, but nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary is what I should say. I would like to say that I'm 100% pain-free, but anyway, I decided to go to work without having taken the meds. I took the meds with me. I said, if I need it, I'll take it. But let's see if I can get through a night without taking the meds. And I was pretty much fine. And I still have a couple of pills. I mean, I think I have like one Flexeril, and I have like a handful of Motrin, high dose Motrin. But and I'm just sort of like keeping those safe, or in case I ever do need them in the future. But I haven't felt the need to go back to the doctor. There were some rough days, but everything's a lot better now. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. The response to the video that I posted was just really, really awesome. And I thank you guys for that, really, because it was touching. I'll be honest with you. It was touching, and I'm actually bringing up the video now. I'm a little on the computer here. Let me go to my videos page, and my phone's going crazy right now. But and it had been going crazy because I got so many views and comments, and I tried my best to reply to all the comments as best I can. I got almost 1,000 views on that, which was great, and it almost makes me wish I did monetize it. I didn't, but I don't care about the money. But 81 likes, 2 dislikes, who cares, I only got one, out of the 114 comments that I got, I only got one asshole comment, and, I didn't even reply in the way that you might think. I didn't block the guy. You know what I said to him? I said, "Great bait, mate. I rated 8 out of 8. And he never replied to me. As a matter of fact, I didn't delete the comment, but I think the guy deleted his own comment because I went to go and show it to Tanya because I was telling her about it, and she thought it was funny too. And it was gone, so I think the guy might have thought better. He posted something like, "Who cares? Next video." And it's funny when at that point the video had something like 80 comments. I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. I'm a little hopped up on caffeine right now. I just drank a whole lot of coffee, but the video had something like 85 comments at the time, and they were all super supportive. So for this guy to come and say no one cares is fucking laughable. It's hilarious, Like if the video had been up for a few days and nobody had commented, and then he said no one cares, then then you might actually have a point. But apparently most of you do care, so I thank you for that. I tried my best to reply to as many comments as possible. My goal was to try to reply to all the comments, but I don't think I met that. I think I replied to most of them. So if anybody that I didn't reply to you, I'm sorry. I just, I'm a busy guy, and I've been trying, but a lot of the comments were a little redundant, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Quite the contrary. It's just that everybody was being so supportive. And, and part of what I talked about was the LPs, Paper Mario, Shovel Knight, and all that. And I was telling people, I know you guys like the old videos where I did requests, and you thought they were funny, and please watch the LPs, because they are equally funny, and I think you guys, maybe better, and I think you guys will like it. And I did notice, I don't know about views, because I really don't pay that much attention to how many views each video gets, but I did notice an increase in comments, especially on the Paper Mario videos. I know a lot of you people seem to go back to the first Paper Mario video and start from there. I thank you for doing that. I think it's a really funny Let's Play. There's a lot more parts coming, because it's a fucking long game. And you guys will be seeing more Paper Mario, more Shovel Knight, and I mentioned the stuff that I have coming down the pipeline. Like I mentioned South Park that I was recording, and people looking forward to that. And so I mentioned Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures, which I actually finished that. That was a very hard game, but I did finish it. It was rough, but I finished it. So that's going to be going up sometime in the future. Some people misunderstood. They thought those were next, like that. After Paper Mario would be South Park, and after Shovel Knight would be AVGN. No, there's LPs between those, and I did mention it, but I think some people might have missed it, or they didn't feel like sitting through the whole 42 minutes, which is fine. But, yeah, after Paper Mario, and I'm gonna give you guys the LP schedule. I'm gonna be a little more transparent about this, because I like giving you guys something to look forward to. After Paper Mario, I'm gonna be putting up, Breath of Fire 2. And then it's going to be Breath of Death 7, the beginning, which is pretty short. And then is going to be South Park. Okay. After Shovel Knight, it's going to be Bioshock, and then Bastion, and then Angry Video Game Nerd. After those two, I'm not sure. Since I'm still playing South Park, I just beat Angry Video Game Nerd. I haven't decided yet what to do. I'm thinking of doing Quake after that, because I just bought the Steam version. And that actually brings me to what I wanted to talk about. Well, sort of. Let me finish up last week's stuff. One thing that I want to mention is that I asked last week if you guys wanted to see me do this sort of on the semi-regular, just sort of sit on a microphone, don't do anything fancy, no editing, no crazy graphics, just me and you guys, and like a potato. And and almost everybody said that they would really want to hear that. And I've decided I'm going to do that, and I'm going to be calling it POTATOCAST. It's not going to have seasons or episode numbers or anything. It's just going to be POTATOCAST, and that's it. And whatever's on my mind. So, one thing that's on my mind is E3, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But another thing that's on my mind is the Steam Summer Sale, which is something that happens every year. I know a lot of you guys out there are primarily console gamers. And by that, I mean you play your games on an Xbox, or you play your games on a PlayStation or a Wii. And what's this? What's going on over here? I have become less of a console gamer. Oh, I just got a comment here. Let me see what this is all about. Okay, that's a cool comment. All right, it was a Steam thing. I play most of my games on Steam. I do use handhelds a lot, which means the Vita and the new 3DS. I play them a lot. I did get the new 3DS, by the way. I posted about that on Facebook. But I play those a lot because at my other job, not Kazara Studios, at my healthcare job, I work from midnight to 8 a.m. There's a lot of downtime, I do work with the patients. We call them clients, but they're fucking patients. And, I do work with them, but a lot of times they're sleeping. And and I'm cleaning up the place, and I'm counting medications, and I'm ordering supplies and meds, and I'm doing paperwork. But then there's some hours where I'm not doing anything, and I get bored watching television. So I bring my Vita, and I bring my phone, and I bring my tablet, and I bring my my new 3DS. I actually bring 4 devices with me. I have the phone, I have the tablet, I have a gaming Android tablet. I don't think I ever did a video on it. Maybe one day I'll talk about my Android tablet, which is it's a gaming tablet, which actually has controls. It looks like a like a Wii U tablet. It's really fucking cool, and I've been playing emulators on that. But I play emulators on that. The phone I'm mostly using for like YouTube and stuff. And on the 3DS, I've been playing Dragon Quest V. If you guys don't know, by the way, there are some things that I only talk about on Facebook. I have been doing sort of a personal project to play as many JRPGs as I can. And I started by going through the Phantasy Star series. And now I'm playing the Dragon Quest series. And I post reviews of them on Facebook. So once again, if you're not a friend of mine on Facebook, or followers, because it's a public page, just go to facebook.com/NecReviewMX and click like, and you'll get updates from me. I post a lot. Anyway, and then I have I have the Vita as well, because I like to play that, and I play Binding of Isaac Rebirth a lot. Well, anyway, those are I have an Xbox 360. I don't have an Xbox One, because I'm not all that interested. I don't have a PlayStation 4, or even a 3. I do want a PlayStation 4. But there's part of me that wants it, and then there's part of me that's like, I haven't sat down and played a console in a long time. I think the last time that I sat on my couch and played with the Xbox was when Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 came out. And it's just partly because I bought a gaming computer, and I like it, and I like playing on PC, and I like Steam. So Steam is like the console for PC. It's the way of playing games, and I fucking love it. And most of my gaming is on Steam. And if any of you guys have Steam and you want to add me, it's NecroVMX on Steam. You can add me. I have Saz from Final Fantasy 13 as my icon. And every year they do sale. They do sales all the time, but the summer sale is like the biggest fucking thing. And I'm actually looking at it right now. And they give you such incredible deals where it's become almost like you don't want to buy a game until the summer sale, because you get these amazing prices on it. It's all digital, and it's all keyed to your account. So if you get a new computer, you just re-download all your games, because you just log in, you install Steam. And if you bought an Alienware PC like I did, it came with Steam, which was really cool, and I didn't even have to go and download it. And you just log in, and all your games are there, and you just have to download them, and and even has cloud saving and stuff like that. Like, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, okay, a fucking Goat Simulator, who cares? The Fallout game. A lot of people are into Fallout games. Right now, you could pre-order Fallout 4 for $60. That's not on sale or nothing, but you can get Fallout New Vegas for $2.49. You get Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition for $6.79. Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition is $6.79. Fallout 3 by itself is $2.49. The original Fallout is on there. For $2. You can get Fallout Classic Collection, which is 1, 2, and Tactics for $6.79. These are amazing deals. I haven't picked up any of these, but I'm just looking at what's on sale right this second. Assassin's Creed, all those are on, the entire franchise is on sale. So if you're interested in that, they're all on sale. And I'm talking deep cuts. All the Tropico games are on sale right now. Let's see what else. Mortal Kombat X is on sale for $44.99. That's 25% off, and then they have the flash sales, and and every year I do splurge a bit, and I buy a bunch of games in the Steam Summer Sale, and I wanted to talk about the games that I bought, this year on the Steam Summer Sale. So I have over 100 games on Steam, so I gotta look at my library and go through it and see, what did I buy recently? There was one year where I bought like 20 games. I can go that crazy. So, but let's see. I bought Bulletstorm. I got that for $5. I haven't played it yet, but that's something that I'll want to play in the future. And there you go. I'll want to play that in the future, and why not? It was on sale. Let's see, what else did I buy this year? I bought Dishonored. Now, Dishonored, actually, I already own it on Xbox 360, but like I said, I sometimes I want to play a game, but I don't want to go through the trouble of setting up the Xbox, sitting there. I feel disconnected. That's what it comes down to, and maybe that's a commentary on what's going on right now. But what's going on right now in the human condition, that is. If I go into my living room area and I sit down at the TV and I start playing a game on the Xbox or PS2 or the Wii or whatever, I feel disconnected. I feel like I gotta check my phone. I gotta look at this. I wonder what's going on. I wonder if anybody's hit me on Facebook. I feel like I'm disconnected, and I don't like that. So I prefer to play games on PC. I don't know. It's just the way I am lately. There's nothing wrong with consoles. I love consoles, but that's just kind of the way it is. But I bought Dishonored again. I got that really cheap with all the DLC. And I never played the Dishonored DLC, so that's another reason that I got it. Dishonored is a really great game. If you've never played it, it's sort of like if Thief and BioShock had a baby together, it would be called Dishonored. What else did I pick up? Let's see. I haven't picked up I think like 6 to 7 games total so far. I picked up Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition. Now, I had already played through Injustice on Xbox, but I had this season pass, so I had the first 4 DLC characters. But there were a few more characters that came out after the season pass, and I would like to play it on PC. And according to Steam, I have 15 friends who play Injustice, so I could also play with them easily. So I picked that up recently. I haven't installed it yet, but I do have it. I think I got that for like $10, Injustice Ultimate Edition. What else did I get on sale? That was last year. Transistor. I got that recently. When you guys see the Bastion playthrough, Transistor is actually like the next game. It's not a sequel to Bastion, but it's the next game from the same developers. And the people who have told, I have 7 friends who play Transistor according to this. And my friend Andrew, who is not a huge fan of Bastion, because he played Transistor first. And he played Transistor, and he just kept telling me how amazing it was, so I picked it up on sale. And what's funny is he went and played Bastion after that, and he said, this is good, but it's not as good. So he said that Transistor is way better. What else? Oh, Wolfenstein the Old Blood. No, I didn't buy that on sale. I bought that before the sale. I feel like I'm missing things. I only mentioned like 3 games. Alright, no, okay. I'm counting them. It's a Bulletstorm, Injustice, Dishonored, and, I bought Quake, because I'm thinking of LPing it. I have Quake, but I have, like, the disc, And, what was that other one I was just talking about? Transistor. That's 5 games. I feel like there's at least 1 or 2 more that I bought recently, but... XCOM Enemy Unknown. Actually, somebody bought that for me. They got it on sale and gave me a copy. So there's that, too. But, so there's probably something else, but, that I'm missing. But if you don't have Steam, if you're into playing games on PC, I would recommend you get into it. The Steam Summer Sale is usually, that's their biggest sale of the year. They also do their holiday sale, around Christmas or so. So that's also really cool. And usually, like, the really new games are very minor. Like, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a newer game that is really popular. That's 10% off. But if a game is, like, at least a year old, it can get some really, really deep cuts. Like sometimes 75%, 85% off. Like, I'm looking... Okay. For example, Click Team Fusion is on 80% off. Talisman Digital Edition is 90% off. Sometimes some of the games that are a couple of years old, if there's anything that you thought, oh, I'd like to buy that, but, some of these games are really good, and you can get them really super cheap. There was one year where I bought, like, all 3 BioShocks. I mean, I had them on Xbox, but they were super cheap. I bought all the Borderlands games. Well, 1 and 2. The pre-sequel wasn't out yet. And I bought Rage, which I really enjoyed. That was like the year that I bought like almost all first-person shooters. It was crazy. I do love first-person shooters, by the way. I think they're really fun. A lot of people look at me as the RPG guy, and they don't realize that I like all sorts of games. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about was E3. And I actually want to say that the next POTATOCAST, whether it's next week or whatever, it's probably going to be next week, but the next POTATOCAST, I will want to do a Q&A. Now, you could leave a comment, and I'll try to reply to as many comments as I can, just like I did last week. But if you're having a question that you want me to answer in the next POTATOCAST for Q&A, I want you to use a hashtag potato, okay? So, if you want me to answer your question in the next POTATOCAST, use hashtag potato, and I will include that next week. But I want to know, what do you guys think of E3? Like, I asked this on Facebook already. Who do you think had the best presentation? Who do you think won E3? And actually, let me bring that up, and I'll give you guys the results of what people said on Facebook, at least. And then I'm going to ask you guys, and if you answered on YouTube, on Facebook, that's fine. You don't have to answer again. But, I said, so quick poll, who won E3? And your choices are, Bethesda, Square Enix, Sony, Nintendo, EA, Microsoft, and Ubisoft. Now, here's the thing. There's some cross-pollination here, okay? Especially for multi-platform stuff. For example, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was shown at the Sony conference, which is unusual because usually it's shown at the Microsoft conference. But that's the thing. Call of Duty's multi-platform. It will be on PlayStation. It will be on Xbox. It might be on Wii U. They waffle on that sometimes. They release it. Sometimes they don't. And it's definitely going to be on PC. That's where I'm going to get it. But, that's like, but I'm saying consider it part of Sony because they're the ones that showed it. Final Fantasy VII Remake was shown at the Sony conference, not the Square Enix conference. So even though it's a Square Enix game, you'd want to consider that part of Sony. So I listed examples, like Bethesda showed us Doom, Fallout 4, Dishonored 2, Square Enix, Kingdom Hearts 3, World of Final Fantasy, Star Ocean 5. Sony showed us the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and The Last Guardian. Nintendo, they showed us Fire Emblem Fates, Super Mario Maker, Star Fox Zero. EA showed a Star Wars game I forgot the name of. A bunch of sports games, Mirror's Edge 2. Microsoft showed Halo 5, Gears of War 4, and of course they talked about backwards compatibility where you'll be able to play Xbox 360 games on the Xbox One. And by the way, I do think that's really cool. Ubisoft showed South Park, The Fractured Butthole, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Rainbow Six, a couple other things. Probably Assassin's Creed. I wasn't watching at that point, but let me know, who do you think had the best conference? I personally think Bethesda had the best conference. Sony was really close second because, although Sony, I think they kind of pulled the wool over everyone's eyes because almost everything was either multi-platform or it was a re-release or a remake or something. Or it was The Last Guardian, which was supposed to be an early PS3 game, which is kind of crazy. So my personal vote would be Bethesda because I'm super stoked on Doom. I love the look of it. I can't wait to play Doom. It's coming out spring 2016, so that's really exciting. Me and my friend Andrew are both big Doom fans. We're both big first-person shooter fans in general, but we both started with Wolfenstein, but we both really got into it with Doom, and we used to talk about Doom, like, for hours, and, hell, we can get into that now, like, sometimes we'll have those conversations still where we talk about Doom for hours, but, we watched that together, and, that was just, we were both really impressed, and really, really just wanting to play it, like, now, like, I wish I was at E3 so I could have played Doom. But they probably wouldn't. They probably would have made you play with a controller. They probably don't have a keyboard and mouse there for you. But, I don't even know if it was playable. I know they showed off, gameplay. They showed off the trailer. It just all looked great. It looked like aesthetically kind of similar to Doom 3, though not as dark, which is good. Doom 3 was less action, more horror, and I did like Doom 3 for what it was, but it's definitely my least favorite Doom game. My favorite Doom game was the one on the Nintendo 64, believe it or not, although I do play a PC version of it that some fans made, because I don't feel like looking at my Nintendo 64 and playing with a controller, but I felt that was the best one because it was horror and it was a lot of action. And my second favorite would be the original Doom, and then Doom 2, and then Doom 3. I wasn't thinking of Final Doom. Final Doom would be in there. I think I like Final Doom a little less than Doom 2, but maybe a little more than Doom 3. Doom 3 was great, just as a game, but as a Doom game, it didn't hold up as much because it wasn't enough action, it wasn't fast enough, it was slow moving, I really don't like the BFG edition, by the way. I did buy that on a Steam summer sale like 2 years ago. And I wound up not playing it much because I didn't like the way they changed the flashlight mechanics, because I used to like to hit enemies with the flashlight, and you can't do that now. They added the ability that you could have the flashlight and a gun at the same time, which is cool, but it almost makes it too easy. But then, like, it's like a Half-Life 2 flashlight where it runs out of juice and you gotta let it recharge, and you can't hit enemies with it. So if you want to melee near the beginning of the game, you gotta punch enemies, which is very ineffective. Or wait until later when you can get the chainsaw. But anyway, the Doom gameplay looked amazing. Can't wait to play that. The game that I'm most looking forward to, Dishonored 2, fucking, oh wow. It seemed like from, you're going to be playing as Emily, which is really cool. So it's a lot later because she's an adult. She was like 10 in the first game. If you guys haven't played Dishonored, play it. Great game. It was on sale. I don't know if it's on sale right now. But you should check it out on Steam or just get it for Xbox 360 or PS3 or whatever. Definitely a great game. But, apparently Corvo's in it and you will play as Corvo, so, there's 2 playable characters, which is interesting. I did look into that a little bit. Fire Emblem Fates, I'm looking forward to. Star Fox Zero, I want to talk about that very briefly. If any of you guys played Star Fox 2 for the Super NES, which was canceled, but there is a ROM out there where it's like pretty much a complete game, Star Fox Zero is Star Fox 2 in HD. That's the best way I could say it. My friend Hitomi, she predicted that there would be a new Star Fox game and that it would be similar to Star Fox 2. And she was absolutely right. She nailed that. So let me go through the comments here. So let's see. I'm not going to give names here, but let's see who people thought had the best presentation. Let's see. Bethesda, Sony, Bethesda, Sony, Bethesda, Square Enix. Somebody said Square Enix. Okay. Bethesda, Sony, Bethesda, Nintendo, Sony. So there you go. Like, almost everybody's saying Bethesda or Sony. Some people said Nintendo. One person said Square Enix. I want to know what you guys think. There's a lot more you on YouTube than there are on Facebook. But let me know what you think. And what game are you most looking forward to? For me, it's Dishonored 2 and Doom. To a lesser extent, Fallout 4. I'm not a Fallout fan, but seeing Fallout 4 made me want to become a Fallout fan. So that's something that I gotta say I was impressed by. Fire Emblem also. I'm a huge fan of Fire Emblem, and Fire Emblem Fates looks amazing. I think in Japan it's called Fire Emblem If. And I'd been calling it that, but the fact that they gave it a different name and you saw it in English, we are going to be getting that, and that's exciting. The Last Guardian, I mean, that's going to be PlayStation 4 exclusive. I want to play. I said I'll get a PlayStation 3 when they release The Last Guardian. They never did, and I never got a PlayStation 3. Now they're releasing it for PS4. We'll see what happens. I still want a PS3 though, because there's some games exclusive to it. But there's part of me that's like, oh, why can't you fuckers just release this shit on PC? Like, okay, I'm not even going to talk about Final Fantasy VII, by the way. I don't even want to talk about Final Fantasy VII. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm just so over that whole thing. But Final Fantasy 15, I'm more excited about, and they didn't show it much, but Final Fantasy 15 is a game that I would buy a new console for, but I'm like, Square, you've been releasing Final Fantasy games on PC. The 13 trilogy, I mean, we're still waiting on Lightning Returns, even though I didn't like Lightning Returns as much as the first two, but 3, 4, 7, 8, a bunch of them are on PC. Release Final Fantasy 15 for PC, please. I was really hoping to see something from Dragon Quest, like Dragon Quest 7 for 3DS, which has been out in Japan for quite a while, and we're hoping that we'll get it here. Dragon Quest 8 was recently announced for 3DS, which it's my favorite game of all time, but, and this is gonna have new content in it, which is amazing, but, no announcement of whether or not it's coming out in America, and I would love to have heard something about that. And I think they did sort of like stealthily announce Dragon Quest 11 for PlayStation 4, but they kept it quiet. Star Ocean 5, that's cool. I haven't played the Star Ocean games, but I'll be getting around to them in my RPG playthroughs, To be honest, though, if I get another console soon, it's probably going to be a Wii U because of all the Nintendo games. Like, you know, I love Xbox and I love PlayStation and I love PC the most. But one thing that Xbox and PlayStation and PC will never have is Nintendo games. And they'll you know, like, you won't see Fire Emblem on there, you know? You won't see Kirby or Star Fox or any of that shit on there. You won't see Xenoblade Chronicles X on there, which is another game that I'm really wanting to play because I loved Xenoblade Chronicles. I bought it for the Wii. I also bought it for new 3DS. You know a game is good when you buy it more than once. There's some games that I've bought multiple times. Like I was just talking about games that I had for Xbox that I've bought on PC. I've talked about Dishonored. I talked about Injustice, Mortal Kombat 9 I bought on sale, not during the Steam Summer Sale, but just like one of their random weekend sales. And there was a video of me and Tanya playing it. Check that out. It's called Ermac and Scarlet Hate Each Other, I think. But I'm just looking through my Steam library right now. How many of these games do I also own on a console? Okay, Binding of Isaac. How many times have I fucking bought that? Actually, okay, the original Binding of Isaac, Julie bought that for me. She got me into it. And I liked it, but I didn't love it. You know, I played it for about like 90 or so, 60 hours. I played it for 60 hours. And then I stopped and I was like, I don't think I'm going to get any better than this. I'm done with this, you know. And then like somebody bought, and I feel bad about this because somebody bought me Wrath of the Lamb, the DLC, because they wanted me to stream it. But then I wound up not doing that because Binding of Isaac Rebirth was coming out, which is the remake, and I was like, I'm going to get that. And I originally bought that for PlayStation Vita, but then I bought it again on Steam because I wanted to stream it, and I actually have streamed it. And I'll be trying to get from the last stream, I didn't put all the videos up. And by the way, I did put some of it up as Arcade Thursday, so if I put up like X-Men and Avengers, because I was playing arcade games during that stream, but I didn't put up anything from like Chronicles of Dark Lord or Binding of Isaac or anything else. But let's see, Bioshock 2, Bioshock Infinite, I own all those on Xbox, but I got them here on Steam. You know, what else here? I'm just looking for games that I have. Black Ops 2. Well, that actually, you know what it was? That was before I had the gaming PC. And I'm a Call of Duty fan, and I play the campaigns, I don't play multiplayer. But I love these games. And I was a big fan of, Black Ops. But there was no way that Black Ops 2 was going to run on my computer, and my parents got it for me for Xbox 360. But then I wound up getting it on PC because I wound up getting a new PC. I never actually played the Xbox 360 version, but I do have it. What else? Let's see. I mean, I mentioned Dishonored. Dragon Age Origins. You know, I originally bought that on Xbox 360, and I have it on PC. So that's another one. Morrowind. No, I never had the console. Oh, Skyrim. Skyrim I bought and played on on an Xbox 360, and then I got it on PC. And I actually think I played the PC version more, like about 100 hours, so, you know, because that was the one that I got all the DLC and everything on, too. Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2, those are gifts from Casey from Kazara Studios, so thanks to him. I will be playing them on PC. I haven't yet. I was waiting for, like, the whole trilogy to come out, but it looks like Lightning Returns is taking a while. Injustice I mentioned. What else? I mentioned Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat X I didn't buy on console. I just went straight to PC for that. And I love my favorite fighting game, by the way. Love Mortal Kombat X. How is it that I have, how many Steam friends do I have? Like, a lot. Well, I mean, there's 24 people online right now, but there's a lot. It doesn't tell you how many. And the only person on my Steam list that has Mortal Kombat X other than me is Tanya. That's really weird. Very popular game. But I get the PC port had some issues, but they're fixing it. It's getting better. Quake. Well, no. I had Quake for, did I have that on the N64? I can't remember. Well, it doesn't matter. I just bought that to LP. Let's see. What else? Stick of Truth was for PC. I never got that on console. I think that might be it. Yeah, that's it. So I just wanted to, say that, if you're into games, you should consider switching to PC gaming because it's really fun. So, I want to talk about E3. I talked about E3, I think, as much as I'm going to. I talked about the games that I'm excited about, the games that I'm disappointed weren't shown or announced. You know, one thing is that I was hoping from Nintendo, and I wasn't counting on it, because I knew that they were going to talk about Star Fox, because they had kind of leaked that out, and, you know. Oh, by the way, there was a game that they sort of stealthily put out there. It was only put out on their YouTube channel, because Nintendo's weird like that. They didn't show it during Nintendo Direct. But there is a new Mario RPG coming out. It's a crossover between Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario, and it looks really fun. And it's on the 3DS. I will be getting that because I'm a fan of both of those series. Paper Mario, especially. That's why I'm doing the LP. I have all the Paper Mario games, and Mario and Luigi is fun too. But like what I've seen is like you get like 3 people in your party. You get like Mario, Luigi, and Paper Mario. And of course, I'm like, "Where's Paper Luigi?" You know. And or maybe Mr. L is back. I don't fucking know. But check that out. There is a trailer for it, so that is the thing that's happening. And who did the worst at E3? EA. Oh, I don't know why they bother. Ubisoft was embarrassing. They always are embarrassing, but they had the South Park game, so I'm excited about the Fractured Butthole. But anyway, just saying that, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to do Q&A session next time, so give me #potato if you want me to answer you in the Q&A section, or if you don't, you just ask or make a comment here. I'll try to reply as many as I can. Thanks for all the great support and everything. Please watch the LPs. I put a lot of work into them. I think they're great. I think you guys will enjoy them. I know not everybody's into LPs, and that's cool. You don't have to be, and I'm trying to give you other content. And by the way, some people said stuff like they miss me doing certain things. I haven't stopped doing these things. Like, I haven't stopped doing movie reviews. I don't know why you guys think I've stopped doing I do movie reviews every October for 10 days and every February for the entire month. Yes, I do occasional random movie reviews, and I haven't stopped doing that. I did one for Avengers Age of Ultron not too long ago. It's just that I explained to you guys, I have 2 jobs, and I have a life, and I have chronic back pain. I don't always get to go to the movie theater. Like, to be honest, I would love to see Jurassic World, but when? When do I have the time to see it? I certainly not this weekend. I got interviewed by Gamma Sutra. I had a Kazara Studios conference. I've been writing an expansion for Chronicles of Dark Lord. I've been working on my weekend. So, you know, that's just the way it is. And I would love to go see Jurassic World. I would love to, you know, I'm looking forward to movies. I'm looking forward to Terminator, Genesis, really, a lot. But that being said, I still do movie reviews. I haven't stopped doing that. And what was that other thing? Somebody said, I miss you doing this, and it's like not something that I've stopped. What was it? Oh shit, I can't remember now. Oh well. But yeah, there will be more PotatoCast next time. We will do Q&A, and I'll talk about whatever happens to be on my mind next week. Please leave me your comments. Your comments were awesome. Thank you so much for the support. And if you want to be part of the QA, like I said, #potato. See you guys next time.